Welcome back, viewers. You're watching the Savera and I'm Shefali. Israel has received the bodies of 4 additional hostages from Hamas after the militant group handed them over to the International Committee of the Red Cross in the Gaza Strip, Israeli officials confirmed today. According to a statement from the office of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the Red Cross transferred the remains to Israeli Defense Forces and Shin Bet offices operating inside Gaza. The bodies were then transported across the border into Israel under tight military escort for forensic examination and identification. The remains are now being taken to the National Center of Forensic Medicine in Tel Aviv, where specialists will carry out identification procedures to confirm the victim identities. Unlike Monday's handover, during which Hamas revealed the names of the deceased, the group did not disclose the identities of the 4 hostages this time, leaving Israel authorities unable to confirm who they were pending forensic results. Once the identification process is complete, the families will be officially informed, the Prime Minister's office said in a statement, offering condolences to the families of those awaited news, part of ongoing ceasefire agreements. Now, the recovery of the bodies marked the second handover in recent days following Monday's exchange in which Hamas returned the bodies of 4 hostages along with 20 living captivities as part of a temporary ceasefire agreement. Under the terms of that deal, Israel released approximately 2,000 Palestinian detainees and prisoners from its custody. Israel has demanded that Hamas immediately release the bodies of at least 20 more hostages believed to remain in Gaza. The Israeli military maintains that the return of the deceased is a humanitarian obligation under international law and must be completed without preconditions. Now, earlier this week, Israel authorities announced that Hamas no longer holds any living Israeli hostages, confirming that the remaining 13 survivors have been handed over to the IDF and were safely on their way home after spending more than 2 years in captivity. This followed this earlier release of 7 Israeli hostages last weekend, identified as Gali and Ziz Marwan, Matan Agrist, Alan Bohya, Omri Miran, Etanmur, and Gul Gabio Dalai, who were freed after 738 days in Hamas custody. All recent transfers were conducted under the supervision of the Red Cross, which acted as a neutral intermediary between Israel and Hamas. Israeli defense officials said that each operation took place under strict security protocols within the Gaza Strip, coordinating closely with international humanitarian teams. Despite the latest returns, the overall situation remains fraught. Israel's officials continue to express concern over the fate of dozens of hostages still unaccounted for, amid fear that some may have been killed during the prolonged conflict. As of today, there has been no new statements from Hamas regarding further release, while Israeli authorities reiterated their stance that the repatriation of each hostage, living or deceased, remains a top national priority. That's all for now in this update. Stay tuned to the Savera, download the app and follow us on various social media platforms.